Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello, I'm Josh Gates.
Yeah, and
Uh,
I'm Zen Burrow.
yeah, today I'm playing Captain Gimpy.
Yeah.
And we went to go see a movie with me pretending to be Captain Gimpy and
Mm-hmm.
you being who you are.
Yeah, yeah.
What did we go see?
We went to see Pixar's newest film, Onward.
Which just came out today, Friday, as of
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah.
Uh,
We got Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, the two Marvel superheroes.
yeah, that was pretty funny
Yeah,
to
yeah.
think about.
Yeah, their characters are siblings.
Yeah,
One's older, Chris Pratt plays the older brother, and
yes.
Tom Holland is the younger.
It's funny because so what's the premise of the movie before I start rambling?
So it's like a fantasy suburban setting.
Yeah.
The prologue pretty much describes the typical fantasy setting, and then it's like, well, people found easier ways to make a living for
And
themselves.
then it shows the magical people like discovering electricity and having light bulbs instead of having to learn sorcery.
Yeah, so the trajectory of their development just goes along with our industrial revolution.
Yeah, a lot like what steampunk pieces do, right?
Yeah.
They're like an alternate version of things that have happened.
Yep. So yeah, so magic's pretty much kind of like a not like a myth, but like a legend.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the world.
and it's kind of funny because you see all kinds of mythical creatures. You see like centaurs, elves, satyrs,
Yeah, and the
sprites.
two main characters, Ian and Barley, they're elves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So, like, dude, it's funny because Star Lord's character,
Mhm.
right, reminded me of like a Jack Black School of Rock kind of Tenacious D and Pick a Destiny vibe.
Yeah.
But he's like super obsessed with this tabletop game because it's based on actual things that have happened in this fantasy world, right?
Yep.
So spells are real, like all the lore is based on their history. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Spider Man, what kind of character would you describe him as in this
He's
movie?
like nervous and socially awkward, and he has well, both of them. They got some daddy issues because their dad passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the other part of the premise. They have, like, if they finish the spell, they'll have the rest of the day to spend with their dad. Their dad devised a spell where he would come back for a day
Mhm.
once, and that's
Yeah.
when he'd get to meet his sons.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at the beginning, they only get the lower half of their
Yeah.
dad.
So it's like kind of has a weird Weekend at Bernie's vibe in that respect because they have to make him look normal.
Yeah.
But then he's not. So you see like half of him going one way and the other half going the other way, kind of like in those old Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was pretty good. And I like how they inverted a lot of the fantasy tropes, like the Manicore being like the source of information for all these different adventurers, and then
Yeah.
so instead of a tavern, they turn it into like a Chuck E. Cheese thing because so much time has passed that she's stopped doing it.
Yep. She had to adapt to
Yeah,
the modern world.
I thought that was hilarious. And then one of the key supporting characters in the movie is a centaur
Mhm.
who can't run
Yeah.
because he has a car and he drives a car everywhere,
Yep.
right? So I thought that was pretty funny too. And the story had like a real emotional core to it that really wasn't revealed until like the third act of the movie.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty effective, man.
Yeah. There's a lot to like in this movie. Yeah. There's I just thought it was a nice little take on fantasy tropes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And because we started talking about Spider-Man as an allegory for adolescence, I definitely see a lot of that.
yeah,
Like the kid is literally 16, nearing the end of adolescence, and he's still afraid to do so many everyday things that this extraordinary situation forces him to do. Driving being an example, trusting himself another example.
yeah.
Leaps of faith. That kind of thing.
Yeah, so it touches on a lot of those core, like, human themes.
It does a really good job at it.
Yeah. Um, I just want to mention one more thing. I do like all the random little musical rock band nods.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
those had me laughing.
because Barley Lightfoot, Chris Pratt's character, he likes all that stuff. Like, it reminds me pretty much how you described his character in the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the kind of
Yeah,
Jack Black School of Rock
yeah,
meets like Pick a Destiny.
because
Yeah,
he's like plays D&D or their version of D&D
yeah,
tabletop, and he just drives a van that he calls Guinevere.
yeah.
Yeah,
And he has like a Pegasus painted on the
yeah.
side of it.
So I thought that was pretty inventive and creative.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was very different from Pixar movies we've seen in the past
Mhm.
because it kind of doesn't go through the whole hero's journey. It kind of cycles back on itself
Right.
to create its ending, and so that gives it kind of a different tone. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So anything else you want to say?
If you have kids, there were quite a few kids in the theater, and they were all laughing. And I think there's a layer to this that is really sensitive to like older viewers too.
Yeah.
So I definitely say it's worth it. Oh yeah, it's you'll see what I mean. It's basically a nod to siblings who have had to very much be parents when they otherwise wouldn't have to be.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's that too.
I definitely recommend watching this movie. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah. Same.
So what would you give it if you had to score it?
Um,
That's the hard part.
for doing a 1 to 10, I'd say like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like 9 out of 10. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So go watch it.
Very few movies I see like I'm ever thinking like, wow, that was a definite 10. So yeah, this is definitely about as high as I ever go.
Yeah.
So with that being said, anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right, dudes. We'll see you at the places with the big screens.
Yeah.